Welcome back to Curated Chaos, where I am your host, Shamira, where I just be doing anything because today I decided to sit on my living room floor just to show y'all that I put effort into the podcast today. Still no set design. I did my makeup for those who can see. I originally recorded a whole video like doing my makeup, but then I realized like it's not gonna work. I cannot multitask. I tried, so I get an A for effort. That episode will never see the light of day. But it was cute. It told me that I need to work on just gotta add that to the list of many other things to work on. But today is going to be a light day because I spent 30 minutes talking on an episode that will never come out. So today's just going to be a quick tidbit on the construct of wearing a mask, right? So the last episode we decided that we are putting our notice in and we are taking that leap of faith and we're just trusting in God wholeheartedly. This episode is about doing it purposefully. Doing it in a way where, of course, we're putting God first and serving Him and all His needs, but we are also putting what we want first. We are not people pleasing. We are not morphing into what people want us to be. We are not playing small. We are not, saying yes to things that we don't want to do just because, like, if it doesn't have intention behind it or purpose, then we just can't, right? This is about reintroducing yourself as your true authentic self, right? It's really about taking the mask off, as I sit here with a face full of makeup. It's the irony. It's about taking the mask off and no longer performing, right? It's about showing up how you would show up, right? Okay, everybody wants you to show up, face beat, dressed all the time, but it's okay to say, you know what, today I'm not up to myself, right? I'm showing up as I am, no makeup, with a stain on my shirt. Fuck it. At least I showed up, right? So this kind of like, and as I'm saying this, I'm thinking about Ehor from Winnie the Pooh. And they say his character was depressed. Like, he just was like, I don't even know if he spoke. I can't think of Winnie the Pooh because it's been a while since I've seen it. But he used to be like really slumped and like never really talk and just there. And his friends never judged him for being depressed. And as depressed as he was, he still came out of bed because even though he maybe couldn't get himself to really speak or enjoy the moment as if they would, he still got enjoyment out of the moment. That's like some people's fun is watching people have fun. But regardless of the fact, he still showed up. So show up as you are. Show up as, what you need. Don't show up as someone that you think they want to see, right? Get rid of the best self. Like, yes, you always want to be your best self, but being real with yourself and understanding that you're not going to be your best self 100% of the time. You are not going to be your best self every single day. Like, there's going to come a time where this is the best that I got. And it might not be what you're used to. And it might not be the best that you know me for. But in this very moment, this is the best that I have. And this is what I'm giving. Right? Give yourself grace. Give yourself the opportunity to fuck up. And it's okay. I think on my journey, I've just gotten so used to being a perfectionist, which I don't know how because I'm the furthest thing from perfect. But I always felt like I couldn't fuck up. I can't mess up. Like, if it's not perfect, it's never going to go out there. And then what happens is like 3 years later, you've done nothing because the whole time you've been sitting talking about you're going to perfect it and it's never perfect enough to come out. And now time has passed you by, bitch. So we're no longer doing that, right? I am just putting out the content as is, and y'all are just gonna watch the content grow. Same with the podcast, right? We started one way, now we're 60 episodes another way. Same thing with the men's. We started one way, now we are rebranding into something else. I'm still working on the website. It will come when it gets here. With Solistic, it started off one way, but I realized y'all need me in it, and I was just scared to be me. And it's just like, what the fuck are you scared for? People like you for you. So, when I'm ready to put more of me into it, that will be back out here. Same thing with, just all aspects of life. Like, I really shut myself off from the world. I dip and dabble. I put my toe in every now and then. And then I go back to a less than satisfactory life, living paycheck to paycheck for the sake of being safe. And it's just like, am I safe? Because my soul is unhappy as fuck. I am miserable as fuck. All I do is complain. Y'all are tired of hearing me talk about my God. Y'all are tired. I'm tired. So I really want to start living. I don't care for social media, but I do understand that I have to use it as a business tool because I would like to attract brand deals. I fly so much where a flight partner would be amazing. I want to play in every carnival. I need to align myself with that, right? Like, life is short. My new thing is you could die tomorrow. Just do it. But also, I realized, and this is just going to sound so crazy, but I was doing content before on quitting my job. I don't like that content. I'm not going to lie. I'm just making any kind of videos looking busted. And I'm not going back on my word because I told y'all to show up as you are. But that content wasn't aligning with me. I feel like it was cool, but I'm not going to lie. Those few videos was me convincing myself that I was going to quit my job and convincing myself that I was going to write a plan. And I don't need to convince myself anymore because I'm quitting the job and I'm not writing a fucking plan. Like, we just established that. Like, if the plan is to live, experience, live, learn, fuck up, make mistakes, and enjoy it, right? But I realized I want to create more content surrounding becoming type B because I am severely type A. I don't know how we got here, but we're just here. And I want to let go, right? I watched the video and a girl showing up to the airport, phone dying, no charger, like hella late. And she's just like chilling, not even stressed, and got on the plane and was like, oh, it all worked out. And then there's the girl stressing like, my phone can't die, this can't happen, da-da-da-da. And then all that stress for what? Because it still worked out anyways, right? So I need to stop fucking stressing myself. I need to stop stressing myself and causing stress on others. I just need to like chillax and let it all work out and really trust in God and his direction and guidance and know that it is all gonna work out, right? So it's like my sister. I tell my sister, it's so funny because my sister is severely type B. She can't even be another type if she tried. And her motto is just like, it is what it is. If it happens, it happens. Like, I'm just relaxing and rolling with the punches, and literally everything works out for her highest good all the time. So I am practicing putting in minimal effort and receiving the most out of the experience. That's just where I am now. I feel like for this chapter, I don't need to embody stress, right? Stress affects my liver. I am a liver person, which I learned in acupuncture and my spirituality. That affects your whole nervous system, your autoimmune system, everything. And the last thing I need to do is stress and freak out and have another skin flare up, or stress and freak out and just like stop functioning and like, no, this is not gonna work, right? I want to bring in new characters as we've been talking about all year. So in order to do that, I have to just flow. I realize Solistic is stuck because I can't encourage people to heal and be successful and become goddesses when I am blocked up. I'm literally blocked up, right? So in order to not be blocked up, what happens? We have to surrender this idea of control. We have to surrender from this construct of time. We have to literally honor the universe, right? We honor God, We honor our ancestors, we honor our lineage, our spirit angels, our guardian angels, and the universe, nature, water, air, fire. We embody all elements because we're human beings and that's what we need, right? But we're also spiritual beings in a human body. So I feel like sometimes we get too caught up in one and it's never balanced, right? There was a period in time where I was so unaware of everything in my 20s, in my early 20s. Then I turned, I want to say right when COVID happened is when everything shifted for me. And as much as I enjoyed COVID, because I am naturally introverted and I stayed in the house and I enjoyed my own company, except for when I was partying, I let it throw me completely off balance, and I've been struggling to find myself since. So it was like a blessing and a curse at the same time. I think I liked it because naturally being introverted forced me back into my shell, but like that was the absolute wrong thing. Like that's not what I needed, because I've worked so hard to come out of this shell and break my introverted patterns. So when I was forced back into comfortability, it's just like, how the fuck do I reintegrate into society? And I've been struggling ever since, right? I don't even feel like I'm contributing into society. Like every now and then, a little sprinkle, but not for real, right? So since then, I had a lot of time to think and sit with myself, and I birthed Holistic, and then I went on a spiritual journey. And I became so hypersensitive to everything. And everything was like spirituality. And it just, there was so many things wrong. One, God really wasn't at the forefront. Like, yes, I was reading my Bible and, you know, talking to God, but it wasn't like God leading. And then two, I just like became so spiritual that like I forgot that I was having a human experience and just like did not identify as a human being. It was crazy. And then life shifted and I overly identified as a human being and neglected my spirituality. And then I came and I got sick and I was like a hermit for 2 years in a spiritual shell. It's kind of like mourning ground. If you know, you know. And then I had to reintegrate into society. And I feel like I'm neither, now I'm just at a point where I'm like nothing. And this is like the best part to start over, right? I'm neither heavily spiritual nor am I really embodying the human experience. So I'm just at a stalemate. But I think this is the best time to start over because now I get to relearn both. Now I get to identify balance. Now I am more self-aware. And now I can truly catch myself in certain moments. Like, is this a spiritual experience or is this a human experience? Is this a lesson or is this a blessing? Is this forever or is this temporary? Does this moment call for me to be angry or should I be silent, right? I am practicing not talking as much and just listening, becoming a sponge and soaking up without absorbing, right? Taking what's necessary and leaving what doesn't resonate. I'm excited, guys. I feel like while I am in this transition, I am working on things to reset my nervous system because as we talked about, we don't want to stress and our body gets used to a certain routine. So my body will naturally be like, fuck, we're about to quit and there's no plan. Body and mind already like, ugh. But I have to remind myself, and this is my soul, that we need to slow down, we need to ground, we need to play our singing bowl, we need to go outside in nature, take ice baths, meditate, pray. Slow down. It's okay to slow down. We're not meant to be in this like crazy society. Like this is not what God wanted. This is not his vision, right? So it's okay to do things your way. And then know when it's time to tap back in. Not take too long. This time, guys, I'm challenging myself. Go, I'm going hard. I'm only taking a week. And that's my plan. God probably has another plan for me. But I'm only taking a week off. Right back into it. In my career, in my field. Doing soulful, impactful, purposeful work that aligns with myself. It's not even about the money. It's about the impact. Yes, the money will come. Yes, I'm certain that all my needs will be met. And I'm also relinquishing becoming a want person because there's so much things that I wanted in life. Like I wanted vanity. I wanted this mirror, like just materialistic things that I've wanted. Outfits, shoes I've gotten, don't use, don't wear. It's giving see to want, but I know I'm meant to be a nomadic person. I'm meant to be a free-spirited person. My soul is really meant to travel. So these possessions they just weigh me down because there are things that I have that I don't utilize. And what I don't want to do is take a lot of baggage or a lot of things into a new space. I need to declutter. Become light. Light as a feather, right? And just be ready to go. So with that being said, guys, I hope someone got something out of it. Thank you for tuning in. The notice goes in May 1st. So let the rest of May make sense. And then the next time we talk, it's I did it. And whatever comes out of me then onto you in good spirits, we'll discuss. But stay tuned. Like, subscribe, share, follow. TikTok will have my Becoming Type B personality content on it. Instagram, I've been living more in my stories. Playlists are being updated randomly. And thank you for just being a part of this tribe. And I just can't wait to embark on this next chapter of freedom and really stepping into our purpose together. So with that being said, have a great day. Love you all.